Greetings and welcome to another build. This one really is personal to me. I've always wanted a Comex Rolex Submariner. I've got a Sea Dweller, which is my kind of day-to-day watch. But I think this one is going to become my day-to-day watch. It's obviously quite a bit snide. I've got this dial from AliExpress. And I've got a really cracking case with a domed glass in it, and I've got the extra dots around the bezel, which is Rolex did do on either some military or some Comex Sea Dwellers. Funnily enough, the bezel is just a bit narrower than on the real thing, but no harm in that. I think it does look superb. We've got a date function in here, so I've got an NH35 and I've got it in red. There's a little bit of red writing there, and I thought it might be quite nice to have the date in red, because I'm not going to be able to see it anyway because of the fact that I'm practically blind. But there we are, and I've got some nice hands that match the colour of the loom there, which is you know, obviously aged to make it look old. So first jobs will be to whip this over, remove some of the lugs using our clippers, and then file them down. The lugs that we want to keep is that one and that one, so maybe 2 o'clock and 8 o'clock for the case, for the movement there, and we'll just get on with that, I think. So turn that over and take these off. You can hear them flying about the room. I should put that down onto the block there and take a small file, and we'll just get rid of the burrs that are remaining. It does tend to scratch the back of the dial a bit, but no one's going to see that, so it doesn't matter. All right, that's nice and smooth. Go around and do the other side. What I don't want to do is make a mess of the window, so I'm going to be a little bit more careful. Might actually be better off not on that cushion and on here. Yeah, that's great. Right, with it all filed down, we can pop it into the movement. There we are. That sits on that beautifully. That's nice. So what we'll do then is we'll just fetch the movement out, turn it over, and then I'm going to take the crown out, and then we'll open the case up, and then we will pop the thing into the case. So in order to get the crown out, I need to just expose the little button. It's more of a levery downy thing. Press that down, take that out. Take the case out now. See the domed glass there. Looks really quite good, that. Very pleased with it indeed. I'll take the back off the watch case. Leave that out of the way. Turn this over. I suppose actually what I ought to do is put the hands on first, didn't I? Stupid boy. Look, speeding up and getting anxious to do things, so I'll put that back in there and we'll go for it with the hands. So first job before I put the hands on is actually to put the pop the crown back in, and then what we're going to do is we're going to extract the crown so that we're turning. Turn. What we'll do is we'll just get, there we go, the date's just flicked over. So that's great. That means we're at 12 o'clock and we can now set the hands on at 12 o'clock. Knowing quite happily that they're in the right spot. It would be good to have a face protector on the dial at this stage, or at least when we start putting the minute hand on and the second hand. The hour hand usually not too bad because the hole's a couple of millimeters, and consequently it's not that likely that we're going to make a mess of this and see it spinning around across the dial. Be nice if I could pick it up though, wouldn't it? I tell you what, having said that, there's always the possibility that it could go horribly wrong. It's upside down, that hand. So come here, you little fucker. Oh, jeez. That's the danger, is if they flick out of your tweezers like that, they could go all over the floor. I'm going to have to get a different pair of tweezers here, just to pick it up and turn it over, and then I can use my non-metals. Jesus Christ. Oh, you fucking bastard, you would, wouldn't you? There we go. And of course, typically, so I'm just going to put it on a little bit, and then I'm going to take the protector away, so I can see that we're at 12 o'clock, or maybe I'll spin the protector around. So line it up. There we are, that's 12. Push that down. that's good and on. All right. So if this will go any better. Yeah, typically that's upside down as well. So we'll see if we can just wank it on like that. That's good-ish. Yeah, seems to be on. So give that a little push as well. See if we can line it up, and while we're pushing it, get on. No. No, it doesn't want to go on for some reason. I'm not sure why. Okay, so I just moved that a bit closer to my eye to push that second hand on. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to test it and make sure that the hands don't impede each other and that we flick over at midnight again. So that's one day. And now we're coming up to 12 o'clock, midnight, and there she's flipped over at 10:02, which is good enough. And the hands are on in the lovely position there. So it doesn't really matter where the second hand goes on. So I will attempt once to put the second hand on for you to look at, but this tends to be something, do you know, I dropped my pusher because I was so amazed by the fact that I think that's actually located first time. No, it hasn't. And what I really need to do is get my protector on to make sure that while I mess about with this second hand, that I don't scratch that face. I'm going to stop the video now, and because I'm going to have to move this closer to my eye to actually do it. Okay, so that's the second hand on. I'm just going to take the protective cover off. Okay, that's that. And then I am going to wind it up. Well, that doesn't seem to be working, does it? So, let's just see if we can push that second hand on a bit more. Oh no, that obviously wasn't on then. Okie dokie. Alright, let's pull that out and stop it now. That's good. Have another go. Well, after some inordinate messing about, I've managed to actually get that sorted now. So let's pop the crown in, and you can see it working, hopefully. Bingo. Okay, so there's two major jobs left to do. Really, it's cut the stem and put the bezel on to the watch. I think in there we've already got some sticky paper, so it's just a case of taking that off and putting the bezel in. Doesn't really matter where the bezel goes, because it'll turn round. But what I would like to do is just align it to one of the indentations. So it's not, it looks sort of professional. Okay, that's that, and now I'm going to push it in, and hopefully that's it. That's the bezel sorted. The domed glass looking marvellous. I'm going to clean the glass and then just inspect the inside, make sure there's no dirt on the inside of the dome. Actually, I think I've still got the protective cover on, so I'll take that, take that off. Give that a bit of a polish up, and then we'll hold that up to the light and see if there's any dirt on the inside of it. I'd say there's not. I'm just going to do a bit of Rodico on the outside. Seems like there's something there. It's worth having a dab about, I think, with Rodico in the inside of the case, just in case. Otherwise, actually took that out with my teeth. I'm going to drop the movement into the case. Typically, that is quite a long way out. Just going to move this round using the plastic bit of the case. it perfectly aligned, but the real problem that we've got here is that that's nice. That's very nice. Okay, I'd quite like to have a bit of a longer stem. Not sure that stem is going to work for us very well. So we're back with the snide Comex, and I've slightly messed up because you've missed me cutting the crown, but it's in many of the other videos, so I don't think you've actually missed much. Given that the crown is, you know, waterproof and is quite deep, we've taken quite a lot off the stem that was given, and it's 7.5. It was 7.5 mil anyway. So all that really remains for this watch is to put the crown back in, which is a simple enough process. And I'll just pop that in now. Push it in. Give it a wind. Give it a few winds, no problem. And then push and do it up, and it obviously winds as it's doing it. And then we can pop the back on. Note there is a gasket in there. That's great. That wants tightening up with a ball, and that's absolutely fantastic. Last thing is going to be pop a strap on, so I'll just go and get one. So I think with this particular watch, I'd quite like a Zulu strap, NATO strap, and it's quite a nice funky colour that's been out since the Bond films, and yeah, let's just pop her on, I suppose. Make sure we know where we're going. Et voila. And there she is. That looks pretty cool, doesn't it? I'm quite pleased with that. So that's another one finished, and I'll take a few photos of it on my wrist and put that at the end of the video. So bye for now.